Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2007 Toyota Avalon, we're gonna be changing the Clockspring, otherwise known as the spiral cable. Let's get started. Inside, we're gonna be removing the airbags. You wanna disconnect the negative battery cable and wait about a minute. Let's wiggle it off, push it aside. Now let's hop in the vehicle. The next important thing is we want our steering wheel pointed straight ahead. Then on either side, we have this little cover. We take a flat screwdriver or a little pick, and they give you a spot right here just to put it in. We'll pull out, just pop that little cover off. We have a T30 Torx. We'll pull that out. Now the Torx stays behind. It won't actually come out, but we'll loosen it all the way. Now we have one on the other side. So this side goes over the top of our cruise control switch. Again, we'll take a pick or a screwdriver, push it in there, should separate, we'll pop it away, just like that. T30. Let me re-angle you just a little. Now we'll pull out our airbag. We'll be very careful not to pull too hard because we don't want to stress these wires inside. So just like that. Hopefully you can see, let me angle it. We have two electrical connectors, a black one and an orange one, and they have little yellow locking tabs. So we'll take a pick or a flat screwdriver and we'll get right underneath that lock and just pull it up. Just do that to both of them, pull it up, and then we'll pull up our connector, just like that. Perfect. And there's one more connector right here, that's for the horn. There's a little tab on that too. We'll just pull that up. There we go. Let me zoom you in. My camera's having a hard time focusing on it, but it's right in the middle. That's where that little tab is. It's just a metal tab. Let me show you. If you can see that hole in that spade connector, that's what that tab locks into. So we're just pushing it away from that hole and it comes right off. Not too bad. So now in here, we got these two connectors to disconnect. So you just pinch on the tab, just like that, pull it out. It's easier to do it two-handed. Oh, there's one. There's two. This can stay in. We'll get this 19 millimeter. I'm gonna buzz mine off with an impact. But if you don't own an impact, having a big ratchet or breaker bar is your next bet. If you do that, we wanna hold the steering wheel while we crack it loose, because we wanna keep our steering wheel in the forward position as much as possible. 19 millimeter. It's not on too tight. Now we'll hit on the steering wheel at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, just like this, and that'll break it loose. There we go. This goes through. Perfect. So our clock spring can turn left and right. We want to try to keep it in the upright position to the best of our ability. If you prefer, you can use a piece of tape to hold it in place. Let's do that. Just some blue masking tape. We'll just lock it in place like that. There. Doesn't have to be crazy, just to prevent it from moving. Now we're going to take our top and bottom covers off. 2 Phillips. This can come down and out of the way. And this can come up and out of the way. We have this electrical connector that comes off. Just pinch, pull out. And this electrical connector comes off. It's a little different. Let me show you how it works. So hopefully you can see, but look in the front. Right underneath, there's a piece that you slide back. So slide it back and pull out at the same time. So let me show you that again. Just put it back in, it locks. It's this little bottom piece that you're sliding back. Just like that, and that's it. All right, we're getting really close. On this side, there's a tab that we push down. Then over here, there's another tab. See right here that we push down. And then up top, there's a tab right here that we push up. So we want all 3 of those tabs released and our clock spring will come out as one unit. All right, so these 2 we can get at the same time. Just pull out, there we go. And then the top one by itself, there. All right, that is it. All right, let's grab our new one. Well, looking at the 2 side by side, other Toyotas I've done have had a separate steering angle position sensor that needed to be removed from the old one and put on the new one. But it looks like this is set up just a little different, actually a little easier, because there's nothing that needs to be swapped over. So that's pretty cool. On our new one, just make sure it still has this orange lock. That's important. And there's a triangle on the bottom that matches up with another triangle. Make sure that those are pointing towards each other. And that's pretty much it. We'll just lay this over. We'll get those tabs to lock in, just push it straight in. And we're done. We'll plug these in just like that till it clicks. This yellow one just goes in till it clicks. We'll put on our covers. There we go, just snap them in place. Then our 2 screws. We're ready for our steering wheel. We'll pull this out just like that. Keep this in the upright position. We'll feed our cable through the middle. Line it up. Yeah, that's it. Our steering wheel is pointed straight forward. If we're one spline off, like let's say I'm off one spline clockwise, now our steering wheel is crooked and it's pretty obvious to tell. Same if I'm one spline off counterclockwise, I'm pretty crooked. So it should only line up one way. We'll put our center nut in, just suck it down. And this is torqued to 37 foot-pounds. So we'll hold the steering wheel. Perfect. Plug in our white connectors. And we'll get our airbag. I didn't tell you this before, but when you set our airbag down, we don't want it set down like this. You want it upside down. When it's like this, if it accidentally deploys for some freak reason, it's not common, but just in case, if it's like this, the bag will deploy from down below. And this will become like a rocket and launch. If it's like this, the bag will deploy from up above. Nothing will happen. Just a little tip with this. Now we're gonna put it in just like that. We'll get our horn cable put in like that. Now this orange goes to orange. Perfect. Black goes to black. There we go. They're all the way down. And then we just push these locks, lock them in, and that's it. We'll lay this down. I'll get this started. There we go. Not too tight. They are 78 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, but inch-pounds, which ends up being about 7 or 8 foot-pounds. So not very much. Just do the other side real quick. Just good and snug. Put our trim piece on. And same with this side. Where did I put it? Right here. That goes over. Find the way it fits. Snap it in. Perfect. All right, let's hook our battery back up. There's a few things we need to check and initialize, and then we're all set. Let's hook this back up real quick. Snug it down. There we go. All right, the first thing I want to check is this did not have a horn. That's why we replaced the clock spring. So let's make sure the horn works. Awesome. So repair complete. Now let's initialize our windows. Let me show you how to do that. Initializing our windows is pretty easy. I have mine down already. We'll just hold it up. And when it goes all the way up, just keep holding it for about 1 second. That's good, let go. We'll do the same thing in the down position, all the way down. Once it's all the way down, we'll hold it for about 1 second and we're done. And then double check that it goes all the way up automatically. Just on its own and down automatically on its own. Yeah, nice. We'll do that to the other side. There we go, all the way down until it stops. Hold it for 1 second, then all the way back up. Hold it for 1 second, and that's it. And then we'll double check. There we go, all on its own. And then back up, all on its own. So windows are initialized. Now, if you have a sunroof, which we don't here, but if you have a sunroof, we want to do the exact same thing. In all the way, out all the way, and then make sure that it does its auto if it has that. And that's it. So, changing out the clock spring, not too bad. A few things that use the clock spring are the horn, like in this case, the horn wasn't working, bad clock spring. The airbag also uses the clock spring, and our steering wheel buttons. So if any of those are not working, it's possible that you have a bad clock spring. Thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. See you on the next one.